It's yeah, with WL and Connie.
Yeah.
Okay. Me and WL are good friends.
You the one work on his trucks?
Yeah.
He told me you said that you messaged me and I ghosted you.
I sent you a friend request.
Did I didn't accept it?
No.
I got you now.
I told him I sent it. I followed him on YouTube.
Yeah. You on it now?
Tell me about me.
Well, I'm gonna show him that. But look at your boy, Uncle Walt.
But I told him, I said, yes, tell somebody to borrow one of the WL said, I ain't been on a motorcycle.
I had him the perfect 3-wheeler. She didn't want a 9. He tried to, I give her 5. Damn, the bike worked 15. You know, she's a widow. Trying to give it. I said, all right. Yeah. But you know how he is. If you give him something for free, he's gonna want it cheaper.
Well, when he got that Cadillac,
I said that shit up. Huh?
when he got that Cadillac,
Oh, my granddaddy?
yeah. When he got that one, he come over to the shop and we fixed some stuff on it.
Yeah.
And then he said, Steve, I give you $500 for that thing right now. He goes, oh no, you ain't.
I got granddaddy 64 Oldsmobile.
I know, I seen that car.
Yeah. Cause I got some wheels on. I had to make it.
I've been down in your grandpa's house too.
Oh, hey, really? Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I helped WL and Connie look some of that stuff out.
Did you really? What you riding on, man? What you riding?
The GSXS GT.
Huh?
Right there. Next to the car, right?
3 bikes up from yours.
Okay. What you riding?
I've got the Harley.
Okay. You keeping up? Probably outrunning them.
Yeah, I run me.
They would. Hey, well, you can outrun me all day. I ain't trying to get hurt.
This is a
That daggum, I'm about to put a suspension on that F6B, man. This is terrible.
Well, tell WL
I'm gonna send this video. What's your name, Doc? Jordan. Good to meet you, Jordan. I'm daggum, it's terrible, man.
Get you some in legend shots.
On that? Do they make the leg?
They probably will.
You fucking with me. Hey, anything is better than that damn stock shit right now, because it's beating me up, man. I shouldn't even roll it up here, but I come off work and I was going to try to catch them before they got moving around.
Jerry's here, I think.
Who's Jerry? Charles? Charles, yeah, he's up around.
I said Jerry. Jefferson City. I was close. There's a J in there.
3, 4, 5 years. If we're lucky, and that's still.
Damn, this some bitch ain't half bad today. What'd you get?
They get them Dragon Balls.
Dragon Ball.
It's a leftover plot.
This the stew. You got a stew pot?
Some of you got hash browns in it, biscuit. What else they got in it?
Bacon, sausage, egg.
Damn, that sounds like what I need. Let's talk about this Harley you got, man. Is there a road glide? Is the road glide with the 2 headlights? That's what I want.
That shark nose.
I want that bad.
Fixed head, fixed fairing.
It's coming.
It's nice.
I'm gonna keep my gold wing. I know it does. There ain't no CVO, nothing like that is.
It's sharp. It's black and blue. Blacked out.
Yeah.
You don't have what, 6 months? 5 months?
April. About in April.
You put some rims, handlebars, pipes. You gotta have them. That's the first thing you do. You gotta have. You don't ride a Harley.
Got AHS do last night.
Who?
How cool.
I think they played Thursday.
Oh,
They beat them pretty good.
I didn't watch any highlights for anything this past couple
I
of
ain't
days.
watching either. I was wanting to go Friday, Labor Day weekend. I'm off, but they're playing Thursday. I might not be able to make another daggone game. I ain't made none last year since my son not playing. He graduated.
That's the boy come past us over at the gas station earlier. Where the hell he been?
Y'all see the state trooper down there?
Oh yeah.
You got the automatic?
Oh yeah.
Did you really?
I was rolling it pretty good, and I was like, up here. I slowed her down a little bit.
You gone, Charles Gibson?
I was coming over to sit with you to see what you're doing.
He ain't been that damn sandwich, boy. I got two off of that thing. I was gonna come out there too.
We telling lies.
He gonna
right
follow
now.
you in the Mercedes?
Huh?
He
No,
gonna,
he does. We definitely ride with him.
yeah.
Usually he's on his motorcycle. He doesn't always bring his car. He does sometimes. We're gonna make the big leap today. Hey, why don't you go get your motorcycle and ride with us today? Well, we're gonna start here. We're gonna head over to.
Thank you.
We'll go to Nanahala, probably get on Layla Road. We'll go to Franklin. We'll go to Franklin. We'll go to Highlands. From Highlands to Cashiers to Lake Toxaway. From Lake Toxaway, we get on 215, run up with the Blue Ridge Parkway, take the Blue Ridge Parkway back to Maggie Valley. We'll probably come on into Cherokee, then go across the mountain, come back down the mountain, take River Road, come through River Road, and then through Townsend. We didn't have time to get the orders in. It won't be that long. We do it all the time.
That's just a day, right?
We'll be back before dark.
Make sure you guys pack a bag.
Take your car home because we don't want to get bugs on it.
How far?
Morning took care of it after we just
How
got
far he
back.
live? From here, to go get his car, to get his bike.
29.
Oh, that all?
I think. How was your ride over there?
It's good, man. I gotta get it done. That thing, it's terrible. I hate it. I guess it's in my mind.
It's in your mind.
Take it around the corner, man.
When you get your shocks in, just go pull them and do it.
Take it around the corner and see if it's in my mind.
Yeah, we can do it.
Huh?
We can do it. We'll just have to figure it out. We'll have to do a Saturday night ride.
I won't do it if it's raining. If it's a rainy day, but
Whichever. I'll take a day off. Wait, work.
I ain't in mine over there.
We really need a full
He
day.
took it down
You
the
gotta do a
road
full day. We can do the front end in 2 hours.
He was on a 20 go.
But the back end's a whole different ball.
I'll let you ride it home and do it.
Oh, he's on that 22.
I'll let you ride it home and do it on your leisure.
Blue. That blue's 22.
The way you take it as long as you want. Take it the way you put it.
Now, I'll tell you what I might do. I'll tell you what I might do. I'm gonna come do it. It's good.
I want to see
I
it.
know, and that's what we're
I
doing.
want to learn it.
I'm getting ready to pull. I'm probably gonna pull that motor again. So I'm gonna take my valve.
Oh, dadgum, he's got a. Well, his son gonna buy it. Might buy it. Oh, he is gonna buy yours.
Yeah, he's probably going to buy it.
I'm gonna take the Valkyrie up to my buddy John. Remember Scarborough? I told you Scarborough's Corner.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of room in his garage, and he said I can just park it up there, and that gives me one full space, so I can put all that plastic everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Got to put it somewhere, and I don't have the room for it.
We tearing it apart for to paint it or to work on it or what?
It's something all the time. Well, it ain't something all the time. Mine's got 190. I just turned 197,000 miles on it last week. I've got a vibration, so I just put a rear shock on it this week. Completely worn out, and in fact the line, I didn't even know this. I start taking that thing out. This is my hydraulic line running to my rear shock.
It's rubbing.
Looky there.
It's rubbing.
I mean, come on. Yeah, and
It's laying on something.
I was just so happy I was gonna buy me a Traction braided line. I'm putting a progressive shock in the back. I said, let me just order him one because that's on 200,000 miles. You know that's some bitches.
well, I didn't know the line was bad, and I'm so glad you had me that line because I had that thing apart and I had to wait on the line.
Wait on the line. Mm-hmm.
Now this was funny. Traction Dynamics, I bought the spring compressor, okay? So I'm compressing my spring, okay? Now watch this. This is what it did. Bowed out like a butterfly.
That's so much tension on it. It ain't got no strength.
And so I called Traction Dynamics on that Friday I was working on it, and actually talked to Dan because there's just Dan and Max there now. Dan goes, hey, I said, well, listen, I ain't got a problem. I said, I paid $65 for this, $45 plus the shipping. So I can do the spring. I got my bike torn apart. That thing bowed like a butterfly. And he said, what are you talking about? I said, the frame of it just bowed out. Oh, you had to be doing it wrong. I said, I'm not doing it wrong. I'm doing exactly the way the instructions tell me to do it. The back out screw, everything's like that. He said, well, that's only happened one other time. And I said, well, yeah, I don't know if it's the strength of the steel, I've got a bad one or whatever. And he said, in fact, he said Max did a video on it and put it on TV. I put it on YouTube, and he sent me a link to it. And he does some videos telling you how you can't tear that thing up. And he says you should be able to crank it down with one finger. And I said, you can't crank it thing down with one finger. Maybe you could if you had a 12-foot crowbar on it. They go with a wrench.
cheater.
Yeah, well, cheater bar, but you're not going to do it with a wrench. And he says, but he had a picture of the other one, and he bowed out just like that. So I end up putting a C-clamp on it to hold the side so it wouldn't bow out anymore to get the compression down. And it wasn't that bad, but it didn't handle the compression on the spring. But I got it done with that, but they didn't offer to replace it or nothing. They didn't say spin it back. And
Traction dynamics?
Yes. And I had them on the phone. I said, I'm waiting for him to say, why don't you send it back, we'll get you no offer.
You already call him next week and say, so have y'all decided to send me a new one yet?
That's exactly what I'm going to do. It's exactly what I'm going to do.
So
I'll package this one up, you send it, and I'll package this and send this one back to you, and you can put it beside the other one. And the picture, see what happened, the other guy took that picture of that bowed one and put it on the internet. Check Max off, and that's why he did that video. And he had the picture that was on the internet, it looked exactly like mine.
if you'll send it to me, I'll share it.
Just, I mean, you see what I'm saying? Just like
Put it
that.
on that Goldwing page.
I'll send it to you.
There's 25,000 people on that Goldwing page.
If I had
On
done
yours?
something- if
No,
I had
on that Goldwing Road Riders group.
Road
Yeah,
Riders group.
yeah.
If I'd done something wrong, I'd claim responsibility
Oh, yeah.
for it. I mean, you know, but there's not too much you can do wrong. You undo the set screw and start screwing that down. That's all you do until you get to the clip, pull the clip off, let it back up.
Threads look good when you screw it down.
It kills me though. But I was expecting
Now, when we did my gold wing, my full gold wing, it didn't do that.
didn't do what?
It didn't bow out.
Yeah. Well, you only have to take it down so far where you get something and pull that clip out and you just release it. But you got to get it down far enough.
But if
to
it
get
did
the
that,
clip. I
if
couldn't
it
get
did
down
that
far enough.
wore out shot, what it's gonna do with a good spring? I mean, that wore out spring.
I know, you know, mine was worn out. Mine bouncing all over. I hit a bug and sparks fly out the bottom of the motorcycle. When it hits the ground.
Yours is tension. Yours is not oil,
Rip's
is it?
behind me a couple weeks ago. We're on the interstate and coming over here.
It's tension, but I mean, it's not got fluid in it, does it?
It does,
West, and I was
yeah. It's got the
downtown
same
where
thing, but it's
bridge
not
is, It's got
power.
a dip in it.
Yeah.
It's got a crank.
That's why I didn't know what the crank
I
done.
think it's not gonna fluid. They said it's just like the gold wing. It's just instead of a manual, it's
Everything on the
a
bike's new except the motor.
what's called a manual.
I got a vibration.
I got it all the way cranked to the stiffest set.
I got the most unusual vibration. Hey, you might have an idea. Did I tell you about that vibration one time over here?
We might have talked about it before.
Vibration. Okay. I think it started. All right, I pulled the motor 2 years ago and put an alternator drive gear in because mine broke. Did that, put it back together, ran fine for 3,500 miles.
That's the weakest link of a Goldwing
Yeah.
motor, by the way.
Especially the 01 to 05s because
The
all that whole
what?
thing's held together by
Alternator drive gear.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It's all held together by.
What year is yours? The white one. Well, both of them.
It's 8.
They
It's an 8,
get
yeah.
them a little different. in
Yeah,
the
6
second generation.
to 10 is different.
But so everything's fine. My DTC code comes on 26 for left knock sensor. Okay, put an left knock sensor in, red light still comes on. Okay, switch them around, still comes on. Never could get off. Followed the wire, redone my.
You go?
Redid the.
It's always good to see you, bro. We're gonna be riding again soon. See you, little lady.
Comes on, after you drive 2 miles, it stays on the whole time around. It seems to have no effect on the bikes. You gone? See you, baby doll. See you. Thank you, brother. See you, Rachel. Have fun going home.
I got season passes for Carson Newman now.
You know, I got lifetime at
Okay.
Carson Newman. Don't forget, I got lifetime.
Do you?
Yeah, I led her in football. Carson Newman. I got a lifetime membership.
Season pass?
Yeah, I got a lifetime.
Well, shoot, I ain't gonna buy it then. I just gonna get yours. I'm gonna
got it in my
buy it.
wallet.
Here, we don't want to say that out loud.
So anyway, but that's no big deal. So I worked on that, and I just decided. I talked to Goldwing Greg and all those guys. You know, this has got to be this, or this, and it's not. I don't know. It's not any of them, but it's still on to this day.
So,
But now that's the first thing. So, but I'm okay with it because it's not affecting anything. I'm still getting the same mileage, not hearing anything. That's fine. Now, a little while later, I started noticing when I get up around 70, I get just a little vibration. I'm thinking, I'm tired tires. You know, I'm just thinking of tires. So I do the tires. I get a new two new tires. I get a new wheel. I think it's in the drivetrain, so I think, all right, it's in the drivetrain. So I put a new axle in. I put a new U-joint in it. I put a new rear end on it. I put new bearings in the swing arm. I've done just about everything you can do, and still have steering bearing. Put the tapered all tapered bearing in. Did all that.
All right, you guys, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification, and personalize.
Get that vibration out of that motorcycle. So here we go. It's just now. It's getting worse. It's getting a little worse. You don't hear anything. It's getting a little worse. And here's the thing. You can be riding down the road, feel the vibration, pull the clutch in, and your mirrors will almost vibrate off the bike. You let the clutch back out, when it goes back under load, it's fine. But when you pull it in, it will absolutely like this. You just let it back out, and it's almost smooth. Below 65, it's okay. Once you get up there. Now it's gotten worse, so now it's doing it down in the 50s range and up. So it's continuously getting a little bit worse. And the only thing I was figuring, clutch basket is spinning. When your clutch is in and there's no load, is it off? I don't have a problem with the clutch. I've never changed the clutch. I've never changed the clutch plates or anything in the bike. But I've got something.
In 200,000 miles, you would never change the clutch?
No. I've got something wearing out on that bike, and I cannot for the life of me figure it out. And I thought
So the first thing I would do is I'd change clutch slave cylinder.
okay.
Because you're talking about squeezing the clutch and it falling out. If that clutch slave cylinder's leaking, it's gonna let it fall off some already.
Yeah, but think about this though. It vibrates when the bike's sitting still, and the clutch is not engaged at all, and it's in neutral. Now it's gotten to that point. It's something in that motor.
So what kind of gas do you run it? You run the same gas all the time?
Run pretty much 87 ethanol free. I've run 89, I've run 91, I've run it all.
I was gonna say you might try like running 93 ethanol free in it.
I'm telling you, it's a vibration in it.
You might try changing your oil, so I'm trying to say.
I just changed it last night.
Do you run the same oil?
Run different. I run 16 different oils.
Are you running synthetic or full?
I run synthetic and full. I run 20W50 Castrol's in it right now. Just changed it yesterday because knowing I was coming down here today because I wanted to keep it oil rich because I don't know. I'm telling you, it's something. Can my cam chains be off when it be the vibration?
It ain't possible.
Could it be?
Oh yeah.
You think? And
I mean,
get faster as you go faster. It gets quicker. It vibrates more as you go faster at a quicker pace.
Yeah, anything mechanical can wear out.
I haven't looked at my time sheet, but I know with this mileage, I've got something that's wearing out.
You've got tensioners on those as well.
I know.
What about did you tighten the motor mounts like you was gonna do?
Yeah, I went through and remounted my motor. It's a pain in the butt to do all this stuff. I've done it so much now I can do it blindfolded, hanging upside down with my gun cleaning beside it, and I can take the bike. It's ridiculous. I mean, it is.
Well, they
Slappy,
loose?
Slappy, tell you.
Well, they
Go
loose?
get the book, Slappy. We'll take yours apart and put it back together for
Yeah, he
fun.
put a damn
No, they
saddlebag
weren't.
on mine.
No, they weren't loose. They weren't loose.
They wasn't?
No, they were torqued right where I left them, but I re-torqued them, redid
He said
it
they
back
had a
to
recall on that frame.
And you know, that frame is...
01 to 05 they did.
Then I thought, I wonder if there's a potential. I went to where the frame generally cracked the most, and I didn't see any hairline crack or anything. So,
Have you taken it in for the recall?
I haven't. Mine supposedly has been recalled. The guy told me that I bought it from, but I haven't checked it, and I need to check it this week.
Did you get the brake recall done on
I
it?
did the brake. I had the brake recall done, and they did that over here at Mountain Adventures. I'm telling you, it's something.
But you did the nickel test.
Oh, see, you know how I do nickel test. You know, well, I did that. I used to do that on my Valkyrie all the
Look
time.
at him grinning.
I used to do the one.
He ain't gonna do that damn Harley.
He's like, there's something.
He gets into it.
Well, after you tore it apart, what, 3 times now?
Well, yeah, it's been apart a few times, but I'm telling you. So I thought, I didn't even think about it. I've got a Valkyrie too, so I used to do a nickel test all the time in video and take it to people and say, watch this, the nickel won't fall over. And
You ever seen that? You set a nickel on the side.
I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
I think I've got it.
You got a video?
I gotta get some more coffee.
Oh, and I'm not talking about leaning up against something. I'm talking about sitting on the valve cover, on its end,
Harley do it too.
Oh, really?
It does, but it bounces it from cylinder to cylinder.
Oh,
Let's see. I think I've got that video. It'll take me a second.
Yeah, Jody asked me when I ain't had that thing a week yet. He said, "How's it feel to look in the mirror and you can actually see what you're looking at?"
Yeah.
Instead of it going like this.
but you trade the Harley?
Here you go. Here you go. Now this is my valve. I just laid the nickel on there and set it up on its end.
That's the Valkyrie?
Yeah, and I'm revving it. So to show people that it's not got sticky stuff on it, I think I take it back off and set it back in. Yeah, I'll reach in and pull it off there. Just to show people that it's not got sticky stuff on it. I want you to set it on that valve cover. Now listen.
Man.
That's how smooth those motors are.
You take a video of the 1800?
The 1800, I've got those aftermarket chrome covers on it. And they angle out. So I had to lean the bike over. So I thought the other night, I said, I'm gonna do that to the gold wing. That'd be a great way to figure out if the motor's vibrating. So I can't set it straight up because the cover leans out and it wants to roll off. So I set the bike on its side stand. Then put it up on that and didn't lean it, but put the end of it so it would roll toward the bike. Yeah. I couldn't knock it over. So where the crap's the vibration at if I can't knock this dang nickel to fall over? But the mirror's sitting here doing this while I'm doing the test. I'm telling you, it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I just know me riding out there, it's going to go,
You'll have your answer finally.
I'll have my answer. It'll be that Goldwing graveyard motor I buy from Florida and shipped up here.
Graveyard motor.
So
How's that suspension though?
I mean, I'm gonna look. I bought me a new time chain gasket this week, so I could pull off the cover and see if maybe my guides and stuff were worn out or the tensioners were worn out.
I've never actually seen the inside of one. I mean, I've seen pictures and videos and stuff. But me personally, I've never seen the inside of one.
Then somebody told me if your chain is stretched to the point that it's stretched past the tensioner value, that just the lobes of the cams could be off enough to make that vibration. So I said, I could order me a couple of new timing chains to put on it. So I ordered. I didn't order the guides or anything. I wanted to see it first before I could say, oh, yeah, because if I can sit there and do my chain like this, I know I've got it loose. It needs to be done anyway.
Right.
But then it may need to have the sprockets done on the outside of the cams too.
I've actually seen the inside of the gold wings. I had an old 304 Jeep one time. We come from the top to the bottom, and I could push that chain in over to the middle. There was that much slack in it. You know, it could have slipped, and it could have punched a valve, you know, on it. But
I've had one break on me. But that's not a good day. And I was in Oklahoma City.
That's a whole lot of slack.
It was done. I didn't know what had happened. The cam chain broke.
On your bike?
No, it was on a Kawasaki Z1 900, and the dang valves just went boom right at the top of them heads and buried them in it. Had to truck it back to Tennessee. Those were the days, man. You didn't care. You didn't care. I care now. I didn't care then.
No. I care shit. That's a lot of daggum money. What you gotta do to buy a daggum U-Haul and to pull your bike in the trailer?
Oh yeah, I was looking at yours.
About wrap it in.
Isn't it illegal to have anything that sticks off your helmet like that?
Huh?
Isn't it illegal to have anything that sticks off your helmet like that?
It should be if it's not.
How's the bike riding?
I don't know. Today it's riding pretty good. I honestly think.
I've got anything that sticks off your helmet if more than an eighth of an inch.
What about the suspension? I know
Well, the suspension is fantastic.
Is it really?
And I don't listen. And I pulled it hard. I didn't pull it super hard.
It never gets.
I had Brett with me, and
Apes on the handlebars.
I had no zero. I haven't even
Oh, really?
raised it up yet.
Oh, really?
Because I'm not feeling any dip in it. Even like it was just putting the spring, 1,100 pound spring versus a 900 pound spring, and the 900's not, and the 1100's brand new.
Right.
Think about that.
Right.
You only have 200 pounds difference in the spring, but heck, the other one was worn out.
Oh, so it's 1,100 pound spring.
This spring.
What was traction? Do you know what that was?
I have no idea.
What about the front porch?
It didn't tell me what the front fork spring pressure was.
Just say heavy duty.
It just says heavy duty, and you use the original spacers that are in the bike.
So all you got is what I showed you, the springs.
All I got was the springs because they don't send you spacers because they tell you to use what you already have.
Yeah.
We can do it. I'm telling you, we can do it in an hour and a half and have your springs in the front done.
Okay.
But the back one's an all-day project, and that's if everything goes smooth.
Yeah.
If we were doing it to an 01 to 05, it would be smoother because I don't have to worry about breaking a panel on yours or something because they're all a little different. That's why I brought those clips to slide in and start pulling stuff.
Well, you ain't got you got that top shelter.
You got to take the top shelter off. You got to take the seat off. You got to take your tank out. You don't have to, but I'm just telling you this. I'm already done it. Trust me. You take your tank.
We did it when we did the other one.
We can do it all. Just take it off. But you don't have to take the rear wheel off. See, they did say you did in this one. You don't.
Okay.
You don't need to take the rear wheel off. We jacked it. We put a little board under that rear wheel. I slid a wrench under it just to give it enough pressure to take the pressure off the shock.
Yeah.
Then we got to take the right saddlebag off to really pull that out and get it all out in one piece.
Right. I'm gonna show you.
I'm pull the white saddlebag out and pull it. But
that's what we did.
But I know now. When I tried to do it, it pulled those grommets out of the bag, out of the tank, out of the bag, and you want to be able to put those grommets back in so water can't get in them.
Right.
But if we can do it without pulling the grommets, we'll leave it up. It's just easier to go ahead and do it right off the bat. And you got everything right there you can work on.
I can show you that side panel where that crank, the hand crank for the.
Yes.
It's easy to get that out. Yeah, it needs.
Well, you'll gain just the increased pounds that the thing does without you putting any pressure on it.
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing.
Yeah.
The bad thing about it is I don't know. I assume that does the same thing that a push button does. It's just doing it by hand, and it's pushing fluid, I guess, into your spring. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's F6B's manual rear shock.
Yeah, that's why I asked him. I didn't know if it had hydraulics in it or not.
It's got hydraulics, but it's manual. It's a manual turn.
So it's probably just pushing a cylinder down.
That's all it could be doing.
But you know they come low. The
fluid. So when you're doing this, make sure you got it on the center stand.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. Most people don't realize.
Get on the center stand, go all the way to 0. I primed mine 4 times when I put it back on. I still can't get it. Of course, you gotta remember, I used the top cylinder compressor. I used my original. Actually, he threw his old spring in my saddlebag when I was at his house. So when I got home,
I gave you the whole damn shot.
You didn't give me the top part.
Oh, you talking about the?
You didn't give me the top, you didn't give me the top of the shock.
I gave you the daggum.
You gave me the spring on your shock.
No.
Yes.
I gave you the shock.
You did.
You had a progressive
your
spring.
Your shock was in pieces. It wasn't complete. Trust me.
So what did you use? The spring or the shock?
I used the inside part of your shock, but not the top piece, which has the compressor in it.
Oh, okay.
So I have my old compressor. I cannot get my shock to raise until it gets to 8. So 8 to 25 it works, but 1 to 8 it doesn't. And I primed that thing 4 times with hydraulic fluid to get it where it needed to be, and it just will not start until 8.
But it's leaning so far, about to flip
But
over.
heck, that spring's so much better now. I haven't even taken it off 0 yet. It's just day and night on what I had.
But it's got a lot more lean.
2 inches.
I never actually checked my 08. You can feel it raise quite a bit, lower quite a bit. So I assumed everything was good on it. I never did fool with it.
Mine
But
raised just
You bought yours new?
it only had 2,000 miles on it when I bought it in November
How
of
about
20.
this now? I drug on the Dragon one day this week a little bit. I didn't like it.
On the
On the gold wing.
Did you really?
Jody said, pull over, we'll fix that. Yeah, he showed me how to do the preload.
Oh, you didn't have nothing in it?
I had to change it from single passenger to double passenger, and you can feel it raise.
Oh, really?
Come on up.
I drag on that one all the time.
It's at 18 DCT.
You got
Oh,
automatic?
you got 18. Okay, you're gonna be.
It's automatic?
But he's got mini
You like-
floorboards on it. He don't have the full floorboards, or he don't have the peg.
That's what I wasn't used
So
to.
it's that mini floorboard. It's like what, 4.5, 5 inches long, whatever it
It's gonna
is.
take some of that away from you.
Right.
Yeah, I pegged it all the time on mine, so I tried to peg a little this morning.
On three, slap the adventure. 1, 2, 3, slap the adventure.
Please like, subscribe, notify.
Hey, thanks for watching another episode of Slappy Adventures. please like, share, and comment. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hey, stay tuned for more videos.